Hello guys, this is Lily from Astrodesign. In this video I'm going to present you general astrological prediction for June 2022. Because it's only general, it won't fit everyone individually. Although it will give you some kind of idea what to expect and how to prepare for these months. If you would like a individual consultation, feel free to contact me. The first week of June is going to occur between the 2nd of June until the 7th. Sun continue its move in Gemini and creates small harmonic aspects with Mars, who conjunct Jupiter. So Sun makes a small, very positive aspect to Jupiter as well. Energy of assertiveness, cooperation, and luck in sports activities and or self-promotion. A lot of courage can lead us to new beginnings without considering old factors. Any restrictions on freedom can lead to aggression. In the political pen, Mars represents the security forces and its service to the one who gives orders from above. So this energy indicates courageous military activities without compromise and without regard to the result. So despite this aspect being positive generally, it only will push for even more military activities, so it won't do any good for the war between Ukraine and Russia. In the more individual pen, this energy contributes courage and a desire to act and be active. So if in the past you wanted to do something for yourself and did not dare, most likely now you will not hesitate. It is important to remember that Mercury, the business planet, our communication, is still in regression mode, which indicates problems at every new beginning. Therefore, it is best to focus on something you have already done in the past, to explore, and to find a strategic path to progress and execute it only after our mind and logic will return to contributing gear. So Mercury, being in his retrograde motion, returned to Taurus and conjuncts the head of the dragon, Rahu. So our thinking and reasoning is slower, and the absorption of something new isn't so good. So it probably less good time for studies, marketing, sales, and conveying messages to teachers, students, and in general. In the global pen, Mercury symbolizes the younger generation as well as the press and technology. Combined with the dragon head, this indicates obsessions and desires of the younger generation to get money at any cost and fast. Dragon head brings illusions to the communication planet Mercury and can create excessive and different communication from reality, especially from young people. And of course, the global media can confuse us. So it is not advisable to believe everything you hear or read on the news. Venus in the sign of Taurus is approaching very close proximity with Uranus. And this can lead to sudden changes in economic plane. In the personal pen, it will have an effect of urges for changes in relationships, love, and comfort. You should, though, avoid impulsive purchases and new dating. What you get now will not suit you later. Every new beginning or new purchase will come with glitches and problems that will be difficult to solve and will only lead to disappointment later. This transit is very much in line with the phrase, not all that glitters is gold. The second week is going to be between the 8th of June until the 13th. Sun creates harmonious aspects to Saturn. Our discipline is high now, and with it, perseverance abilities. If you have a difficult task to perform or issues related to the government and authorities, it is good time to solve them and address them. Boundaries is always good in life, and even if we do not like it, everything still has a limit, and this energy helps us to accept the boundaries well and even utilize them to our advantage. In the political pen, this is a positive aspect for constructive changes in the government and its laws. Mercury has stopped the official retreat period and is starting to come to its senses and still creates a harmonious aspect to Pluto, but conjunct to Dragon's head. It's time to realize slowly the analysis and investigations you've done in the last months. Plans you made, documents and contracts you checked, you can now start executing. Venus finally get to its conjunction to Uranus and Dragon Head. Venus's conjunction with the Dragon Head can create a lot of expectations in love, relationship, and material field, and quite a lot unrealistic wishes in these aspects. The obsessions with material and beauty can result in unnecessary financial expenses on relationship, dating partners, or purchases that won't have any value to you later on. The demand for money for properties or vehicles can be much higher than their true value. The price for products will not match their quality. In a love relationships, this is energy that wants diversity and can attract an inappropriate match. Mars and Jupiter are still together in Aries and can cause excessive activism and excessive initiative that is not necessarily suitable for every character and every person. So pay attention to the excessive use of assertiveness and aggression to get what you want, because it will not work on everyone the same and can lead to later exhaustion and conflicts. The third week is going to occur between the 14th until the 19th. Sun is still at harmonious aspect to Saturn, but getting away from it. In addition, it creates a challenging aspect for Neptune, which can paint our egos and identities with unrealistic illusions. In addition, it is an aspect that indicates the use of drugs and medication to escape from reality, which can lead to addictions. In the political pen, this can lead to conspiracies and impersonations, as well as lies by authority figures. Mercury returned to Gemini and will lighten up the atmosphere for us with a lot of communication and entertainment. To take advantage of Mercury being in Gemini, you should make a to-do list, otherwise you can disperse and implement nothing. It's a good time for communication and conveying messages through studies or writing or marketing. Venus still conjunct to the obsessive dragon head and Uranus. So still the economic issues can come to everybody's head and cause fraud in the field of money, all in order to profit at the expense of others. It is still important to check large purchases for their profitability so that it does not happen that later you will have to pay more. Beyond that, Venus also creates a challenging aspect to Saturn that only reinforces the desire to acquire valuables or exaggerate in any other way are self-worth as a result of Saturn's gaze that gives Venus problems with self-esteem. The fourth week is going to occur between the 20th of June until the 25th. Sun is advancing towards the entrance to the sensitive and family-oriented sign of Cancer. There, the Sun will give a focus on building a solid foundations in our lives according to the astrological house in which you have this sign. Although this place on the map is not stable because of the instability of the planet Moon that rules it, within each change there is a pattern that repeats itself and in which a stable base can be built. This will be a time when you will feel a desire to be closer to and protect your family members. At the same time, this position is sensitive for our rulers and authority figures and can lead them to act out of emotions rather than out of rational thinking. But fortunately, Mercury walks leisurely in Gemini and along with the sensitivity brings towards us lots of communication, making new connections along with technological improvements. Mars is also in its own sign and thus bring us a lot of energy and drive to realize it in a very entrepreneurship and new beginnings. Mars has moved away from Jupiter, so our activity is not accompanied by luck nor exaggeration. But there is still a lot of determination and courage to move forward. Venus is still in Taurus and close to the head of the dragon and at a challenging aspect to Saturn. So our love issues, money and material, as well as self and universal love, are still in difficulties. Much compensations is going on due to low self-esteem and lack of material satisfaction. Instead of solving marital or relationship problems and money problems in depth, everything is superficial with show and false display of value that does not actually exist. Which means one has to be careful with large purchases and make sure that what one sees is also what exists beneath the surface. The last week is going to happen between the 26th of June until the 1st of July. Sun is in the sign of Cancer and meets with a challenging aspect to Jupiter. So much exaggeration, useless over performance activity, or the opposite, it can bring to us laziness and complete stagnation. In the personal pen, one should be careful not to overdo their abilities and not to take on too many commitments. Do not promise what you will not be able to fulfill. You should focus on one thing and what at one point in time. Otherwise, from too much dispersal, you will achieve nothing but frustrations. There is also a tendency here to eat too much and to indulge yourself too much in what will ruin your health later. So be aware and use moderation in everything. As well as you should try to avoid identifying too much with what you are not. Venus joins Mercury in Gemini, and their love as well as values become more light-hearted, with an emphasis on lots of communication, a sense of humor, and shared experiences. Talks about money, love through online dating or groups settings. Venus gets harmonious aspect to Jupiter, which brings optimism about love, money, and the conveniences to our lives. A good time for marketing, sales, joining groups and participating in them for new acquaintances that will contribute to business as well as personal pen. Mars continues in Aries, creates a minor harmonic aspect with Saturn, which gives us a lot of determination combined with perseverance, and this can lead to even more stable new beginnings. But Mars creates a challenging aspect for Pluto, which can lead in the political pen to military aggression and militancy as a result of power struggles and a desire to fight for more control between countries. Not a simple aspect at all. War and aggression that will bring something new to our lives in the political field after, of course, destroying what is already exists. In the more personal pen, one should pay attention to aggression and putting pressure on others just because of a desire to control. Beware of places where there are a plethora of aggressiveness and unconscious people who can use violence against others just because of an urge to get their aggression out of their system. In addition, this energy can lead to violent conflicts between people against the background of something non essential or non important. So beware of crowded places as well. In general, there are positive aspects this week that can contribute to us moving forward in life and feeling lucky, optimistic about the future. Thanks for joining me in this video. I invite you to subscribe to my channel and please don't forget to put a thumbs up for my efforts. Take care and bye bye.